Hey everyone, this is Nick from XC Plants. In this video, I'm going to be going through and sharing with you some different Anthurium that are looking good. I tried to pick a variety. But yeah, let's just go through some of my favorite Anthurium. I'm going to start with this one just because I want to put it away. Doesn't necessarily like being out in ambient. This is my Anthurium splendidum. See, it's really good. It's a really fun Anthurium. It has wonderful texture. A little bit more challenging, but not impossible. It can definitely be challenging to import though, so do be careful if you go that route. It's just a very nice corrugated species. I'm looking forward to potentially getting to breed with this one soon. I know it can be a little bit complicated, but we'll see if I got lucky with the chromosome counts on either of my two splendidum. Really enjoyable plant. This is the narrower of the two. I have a different one in my plants in my cabinet, and it's much rounder. I think my absolute favorite part of the plant are the backs of the leaves. It has this very deep texture. It's just incredible. I mean, the fronts are great too, but there's just something about the backs of these leaves. Here is my Anthurium red spider. Here we have its emergent leaf. It's still floppy. You can see it's doing that. I don't know what to call it, but you can see the what it's named for in its characteristic warping. Well, yeah, pretty nice plant. It holds the red decently well. Let me see. Yeah, you can really see the red vein on all of its leaves here, so it really does hold that nice red spider. But pretty good plant. Very not the fastest in my experience, but we'll see if that changes now that it's established itself. I do have to give this an up pot, but oh, I appreciate it. It looks great. Yeah, I don't know if I ever said this, but I was able to trade for this one. So, always love getting plants in trades. This was its first cataphyll leaf. Okay. Yeah, this leaf came with the cataphyll. This was the first cataphyll leaf. So we'll see if it puts on any size. If it doesn't, I'm definitely going to give it an up pot right away, just because that's usually like how I tell that something really needs to be up potted. Next one here, we've got my Anthurium rhodolantianum. Absolutely wonderful species. It will forever be one of my favorites. Like, look how massive this thing is. It's got to be one of my biggest Anthurium. I know I did a video on it. I don't remember my own list, but it's just gotten so big. And if you remember that video, it was in a bucket. I've now moved it to one of these. I chopped up the bottom of this plant. I was so sad disturbing that beautiful root system. But it should hopefully bounce back okay. It's doing a new leaf, which it's doing a new leaf rather than rooting, which I don't really love, but the plant I do love, so absolutely wonderful plant. Just such an amazing Anthurium. I don't know if I've updated on YouTube, but the seeds I have that germinated did end up dying. They never managed to put out new growth, so they just turned green. Did that little nubbin, and then now we're gonna go to one made by me. Here is our Carla DF. One of the two I think we're going to hold on to. I thought I'd share this one just because look how spidery it's gotten. This was the previous leaf. Give you an idea of what color it'll get. The other leaves on it. Yeah, really appreciating it. It had really nice pink veins too when it was a little bit smaller. This leaf came with cataphyll, so I'd be really interested to see how the shape continues to mature as it sizes. One of my favorite Nov DF crosses, but it's also the biggest, so that's definitely not biasing me at all. Can you imagine this crossed again with DF? Should be hopefully by end of summer. I'm hoping I'll have that cross cooking. Next one, you're going to a completely different type of Anthurium. Here's a pendant Anthurium. This is my Wenlingeri. This one is seed grown from NSE. See, it has great texture. Definitely the hallmark of this species. No, that's the corkscrew inflow. But the second best thing about the Wenlingeri, other than the corkscrew inflow, is wonderfully pebbly leaves. Just a really great species. And very hardy. You can totally grow this in ambient. Like with all Anthurium, I wouldn't recommend really letting them go dry, but this one can tolerate brief periods of drying out, and humidity doesn't really seem to care at all. It was one of those first Anthurium I threw out of the tent just on a whim, and it didn't even react at all. and it really helped build some confidence in growing them in ambient. Just a really great species. Yeah. I think even if you're not a big Anthurium head, this is one that you could enjoy growing even with just novice care level, as long as you have a spot in your house where you get pretty good sunlight, not too strong, doesn't need to be anything crazy, but that it does get good light. Right indirect, as everyone says, but that's like, you know, a couple 100-foot candles. Next one I talk about is this Eastern Dressleri. This one is from RA. I mean, look at it. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? There really isn't another, certainly not another Eastern Dressleri, but really any that, in my opinion, can hold a candle to this. Like, wow, it's just next level darkness and velvet. Oh, I'm almost gonna drop the net pot in. Yeah, wow, like this is just such an incredible example of this species or subspecies. I don't know if it's clear, but this leaf that's out right now is from its offset, which this leaf is was the first leaf off of, and then this bigger leaf on the right, the leaf from the original growth point. Truly such an exceptional plant, and I feel so lucky to get to grow it. Hopefully the hybrid does work, but it should. I think in the next month I'll be harvesting my first cross with it, which is the Wonder Boy mother with this is the father. My attempt at a red crystal Dressleri, and I'm so excited to see how these two play together. Here is Anthurium clytemioides. It is a vining Anthurium. I'm going to show you. I really hope this will come into focus, but all along the stem there you can see roots, and yes, it has huge internodes, very much like a pothos, and yeah, it's just a very corrugated little Anthurium. And one in my cabinet that has been climbing up the back wall in a back corner, I will insert a picture. And just been doing gorgeous. So thought I'd share with you guys. This is one that I would say I probably wouldn't try in ambient, but it'll grow fine in a tent. And if you want nice healthy aerial roots for propping or anything like that, I would definitely recommend growing it in a bin, and it'll go crazy. Otherwise, it doesn't need the bin. Tent is fine. And it's kind of fun to just throw it on a shelf and let it vine around and do its thing. It's happy to climb, but it's also happy to just crawl around on the floor. I think if you want the most consistent like leaves per node and sizing, climbing is probably your best bet. But I've grown most of mine trailing like this, and you see very rarely, like there's a missed leaf on this node, but then all the rest of the nodes have leaves, and that's just, oh, I might have missed 2 nodes actually. But the rest have leaves, so you don't miss too many leaves by just letting it run around. I gotta share this leaf on YouTube. Here is my species Nova Dewey Fisk, or SP Nova DF, is just an absolute gorgeous example of a wide sinus velvety Anthurium. No, it's just a wonderful plant. Very heavy. I don't know, what is there to say? It's just simply beautiful. And it makes a great parent in hybrids. This one out front is crossed with Wonder Boy. I am excited to see how that works out, because when I did the Wonder Boy mother, I only got 3 or 5 decent growing seeds. So I decided to do the reverse to hopefully get a few more, because I have a very specific look in mind I'm going for off this cross. So I wanted to give myself as many chances at it as possible. Rest of the plant looking great too, but this leaf I'm holding out in front is the most recent leaf. Yeah, I was trying to pick a bunch of Anthurium that looked different and also were doing all right. So I pulled out the Draconitarum here. See the ridiculous ears that started to get into maturity. They've just been growing like crazy. Here we have one of the older leaves, and you can see tiny little ears, and then look at this one. How big these ears have gotten. And it's got a new leaf on the way. This will be its first after its repot, which I'm happy to see, because I had killed one of these before. Very few plants that I like outright killed, you know, not on purpose. And this is one of the ones I killed not on purpose. But this time around it's been a totally different experience. A really wonderful species. It's hard for me to keep it looking perfect. It just seems a little more temperamental. It's from quite a high elevation, but it does hold onto the leaves and grow all right, so I can't really complain. And I don't mind. It's got such a unique, beautiful look, And the leaves are paper thin, so I'm just really appreciative that it's holding its leaves and that I get to see how the leaf shape has evolved. Oh, it's so wobbly. Okay, what Anthurium video would be complete without a red crystal? In this case, I've got my red crystal from Tazula. Just a wonderful red crystal, and it really holds its color quite well. This leaf is pretty old. It's working on its next one already. And I think on all but the oldest leaves, I can see a little bit of the pinky color left. Yeah, it's like, wow. This one's doing another flower for me, so I'm excited to hopefully get to do something with it. It has a habit of aborting its flowers, but there's always that first one that sticks. Number 3 is pretty often it, and that's what this flower will be. Yeah, really great plant. Would highly recommend red crystals, red crystal hybrids. I have a beautiful Forgetti IX red crystal, and it looks just as bright red as a red crystal, so you can definitely find hybrids of them that will have just as good of color as any decent red crystal. Now, there are some truly incredibly red crystals out there, and I don't know if anything will come close besides another very high quality red crystal. But it has such a wide stem and very little height to it, so it gets so incredibly wobbly. So I'm trying to stabilize it during this because the plant will just rock around and it disturbs the roots so badly. I need it to root from up high. Last plant I'm going to talk about here is my Ace of Spades from Tazula. Look how big it's gotten, and this leaf is absolutely beautiful. This is the new one out in front. See the old ones back here. A really great plant. It's a little bit on the slower side, I'd say, but in terms of how long it takes for it to get to flower. But other than that, it's a really wonderful Anthurium. And if you really just want a dark, like easily could be the darkest outside of very select Dressleri, highly recommend going with an Ace of Spades. Like any of like the Tazula, the SKG, just make sure you see the plant it grows into, and you know what you're getting a piece of, because sometimes some of the seed ones don't necessarily get this level of color, but they can totally get just as pretty as this from from other people breeding them or selfing them, whatever. Just see the plant you're getting. I can't get over how dark these are. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know what your favorite Anthurium is down below, whether that's in your personal collection or that you saw in this video. Otherwise, have a really great rest of your day. Bye.